Well, hello and good morning to my controversy cast members. It has been a few weeks, quite a few weeks since we have done the controversy cast, but we are back here with episode number 21. Hot off the press, we have three controversial topics to talk about. So I will see you on the other side of this. Right. Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Controversy Cast number 21, episode number 21. I can't even believe it. I am back from a Hawaii cruise. I did take off last week and I figured, well, let's get right back on the horse because there are some controversial topics in the cruise and travel industry world that we should talk about. But first, let's do this. It's our best sip of the day. Today's mugshots, I am actually out of creator mugshots. So this mugshot is brought to you by a Hanu glass sea turtle mug that I bought myself in Maui at the Maui Ocean Center. So I think I have this. Let's do this. I have my Maui Ocean Center, my Hawaii glass. This is all made out of sea glass. You can see the turtles here. I do have some Kona coffee in here. It's not 100% Kona, but I do have some Hawaiian coffee that I am sipping on. So if everybody is sipping on coffee, raise your glasses and let's take a nice big sip. And if you would like to be featured on mugshots, send me an email, controversialcruising@gmail.com, and we'll figure out a way for you to get your mug right here on the podcast. So cheers, everyone. Happy Saturday. All right, let's see who is in here. My controversy casters. We have Mike. Good morning. Scott. Well, good morning, Mike. J&T Adventures are here. Hello, J&T Adventures. Welcome in. Anthony on the Move is here. Good morning, Anthony on the Move. My co-hosts are here. One of my co-hosts in Florida. One of the reasons why I've been taking off some time too as well. We also took off some time from the match game. So Liz and Chris, I hope you guys are doing well. Najuma Brown, welcome in, Najuma. Cruising is fun anytime. Cheryl is here. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome in. Welding Carrie says hello. Welding Carrie, welcome in. Orange Cone Vlog. Howdy, everyone. Hello, Ross. CLTV, Greg from Cruise Life TV. Oh, I didn't mute myself. Sorry. Greg from Cruise Life TV. Hello, Greg. Tracy, the other cruise, not hello, Tracy. Looking forward to meeting you and Mike soon, here in about 2 weeks. Will G says, morning, y'all. Morning, Will G. Try and get all the way down. Oh, look at this. People are connecting in the chat. I love it. Good morning, Jen.Cohen. Good morning, Scott, the controversial cruising. Happy Saturday. Right back here in the podcast chair. My aunt and my uncle are here. Hello, Aunt June and Uncle Brady. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Okay, I am down to the bottom. And let's kick this off. All right. So we are going to talk about First, we're going to talk about Carnival addresses demands for compensation after missed ports. Now, we all know what has gone on with Milton, also what has gone on with Helene too as well. Hurricanes have just been absolutely tearing up. The United States have been tearing up the East Coast, making it hard for a lot of cruise ships to keep their itineraries. Now, in specific, in Carnival, everybody knows, they can get a hold of John Heald on his Facebook page. And there have been many, many people throughout this entire process that have been shouting and screaming from the top of the Lido deck, I guess. I don't know, not really the Lido deck, but they have been shouting at John every single way about the ports that have been missed, some extended sailings, some shorter sailings, and they have basically been demanding, yes, I will say demanding, on board credit for missed ports. Now, let me make it very clear. Okay, you do get your port taxes and fees back if you miss a port, right? For weather conditions, for any other conditions, right? And in your cruise contract, whether you know this or not, when you do your little click through, yes, and you sign everything, right? There is a cruise ticket contract. And in Section 8D, specifically for Carnival, it states, I'll read this to you. Carnival may change the duration and or itinerary of the cruise at any time, which does include the right to omit or change any ports of call, the arrival or departure times with or without any notice for whatever reason whatsoever. Okay, exactly verbatim. That's exactly how it's written. Okay, and obviously these cruise companies, Carnival and other cruise companies, are trying to keep you safe. Okay, especially with what happened with Milton, how it was out in the sea. Cruise ships were trying to go around it. And of course, there were a lot of missed ports. There were a lot of delays. There were a lot of shutdowns. And there were people shouting, port fees and taxes are not enough. Okay, I heard one woman that was complaining that she should get upgraded Wi-Fi so her child could watch Netflix. He was bored, and this was a day that they were not supposed to be on a cruise, and she demanded Wi-Fi. Other cruisers have demanded hundreds and hundreds of dollars in onboard credit, in addition to the refund of port taxes and fees, which of course always happens. Now, this is my question. Which side of the seesaw do you sit on this? Right? I'm not going to call them Karens. Okay, we're not going to call them Karens, but which side of the seesaw do you sit? Are you the one shouting from the rafters saying, I demand onboard credit for me being on this cruise 3 more days? You took Grand Cayman away from me. You took Cozumel away from me. I want $300. Or are you the other one on the other side to say, hey, I read my cruise contract. Whenever we get an extra sea day, it's okay. I get $56 back in port fees. I'm happy as a clam. Which side do you sit on? You can't sit in the middle. I'm not letting anybody sit in the middle. All right. Which side do you sit on? Do you want that onboard credit? Are you shouting, John, give me the onboard credit? You guys make billions of dollars. Or are you like, hey, it happens. It's weather. Nobody can control the weather. And that is what John basically came back and said. We don't control the weather. Look at the cruise contract. Okay, he said it in his own wordy way. We all know John is witty and wordy, but he said it in his own way. We don't control the weather. We're trying to keep everybody safe. You're getting your port taxes and fees back, but there is no way where you're going to give hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to everybody, right? Because it's not just going to be for the person that's shouting at guest services that gets $300. Everybody's going to get $300, right? Because again, that person's going to say, oh, I got $300 worth of onboard credit. Well, everybody's going to march down there, and then everybody's going to have to get it. Okay. I sit on the side that, hey, if it's canceled because of whatever reason, I'm on a ship and I'm fine. I'm not going down and I'm not demanding onboard credit. Hey, if it happens and it falls out of the sky, cool. But most of the time, unless your cruise is altered, let's just say there was a 5-day sailing. I think it was the Elation. And now it's like a 2-day sailing to nowhere because of the canceled port. Now your cruise went from 5 days to 2 days. And if you still wanted to go on it, I think they refunded half of it. And they also gave you an onboard credit. That is a different story. John said that's completely different because we've taken a 5-day cruise and now we've made it a 2 and it's going to nowhere. We took your 2 ports away. You get your port taxes and fees back. We're refunding half of the cruise and we're giving you onboard credit. Completely different from a 7-day sailing or an 8-day sailing that misses Cozumel or misses Grand Cayman because of Milton. All right, let me see what you guys say here. I knew there was going to be so much about this. I should have left it for last, but that's okay. Let's see. Everybody got their check-in times. Look at that. Scotty, yes. My new cruise mate Ross and I get to embark on the Carnival Paradise. Let's see here. Cruising family, hello, Nick and Cheryl. Welcome in. Everybody looks like they got 10:30 in our cruise group. Yay. I'm platinum anyway. We can walk on whenever. All right. Tanya from Adventure Spirits. Hello, Tanya. Welcome in. Welcome in. Travel Yes Aussie says Carnival used to give a $50 onboard credit for missed ports. They didn't have to and still don't. People don't even skim and speed read through the contract. They don't. It's like yes, 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 yes. You even know what you're clicking yes to? No, but I'll be on the ship. Yeah, we don't read anything anymore. It's awful. Missed ports are disappointing, but would never expect any onboard credit if that happened, right? I'd expect the port taxes and fees because we're not paying for the port taxes and fees, right? And Carnival always gives you that back. But shouting and demanding and posting what they're posting, I mean, you guys can go look on Johnny Hill's page. I mean, people have been nasty to him. Nasty. I mean, and I know he gets the brunt of it, but I mean, he has gotten a lot of crap in the last couple of days from Milton. And praying to all of my Floridians out there. I mean, this is a larger problem than just Carnival, but obviously we're here talking about controversial cruise and travel industry news. So yeah, he's been getting the brunt of it. Let's see here. Grand Cayman has a town called Hell. Yeah, for those who didn't know, stop, which is what I meant. Yes, yes, yes. And I actually have been there too, to the town called Hell in Grand Cayman. I'd rather have an extension of my drink package. Yeah, right. I don't know if they do that, but I think they did that on one of the cruises. Richard was telling me it was a really bad storm. I forget what it was, but they extended the power went out. I forget exactly what ship it was, but they let everybody get drinks for like 45 minutes. I forget what sailing it was. I'll ask him. Good morning, Nettie and JT. Welcome in. Good morning. Travel Yes Elsie says on Margaritaville we began a 5-day cruise, then it became 7 days. Oh, I remember. Yeah. One port. Most people are talking in stride. Made plans, man plans, and the gods left. Yes, very true. Very true. Better safe than sorry. No extra. You are still on vacation. You are. You really are. Let's see here. Greg, Michigan has a hell in the winter. Hell freezes over. Yeah, for sure. I guess some people haven't been affected by and humbled by Mother Nature. I know some people really haven't. They really just expect the world. We skipped Ketchikan last week in order to get to Victoria on time. Ooh, this is interesting. And got $50 per person. Quite a surprise, and I was happy. That is actually really nice of the cruise line. Which cruise line were you on, Nettie and JT? Ketchikan is such a bad one to miss. I love Ketchikan. And because I am traveling with Scott, I get as many loyalty peanuts as I want. Yes, you do, Ross. You do. Call me V. Hello, call me V. Welcome in. Good morning to you. Let's see. I think if companies know there's going to be a weather issue, they should cancel the sailing and won't get lashback from cruisers. I think, unfortunately, Tanya, I think that's a last resort for them because they know that, canceling a sailing is going to impact them so hard on the money side. And I get it. I totally get it. I definitely get it. But yeah, I would like to see that too, but I just don't think that it's in the cards. They're going to lose way too much money. Najuma Brown, welcome in, Najuma. Good morning to you. Bring on the extension. Do they add an extra port stop? Most of the time, if it's weather related, they don't. They try to keep you out at sea and they keep you around it. But sometimes they do. I believe Warmstrong's daughter was on a cruise and they took her to the Dominican Republic instead of the Bahamas. So they, averted that whole storm and they took her to the DR. So it does happen. It definitely does. Let's see. Oh, Nettie and JT say NCL. Okay, cool. All right. So that pretty much sums up that. And interesting that Nettie and JT say NCL because my next story is about NCL. So let's talk about NCL makes major changes to the beverage and dining package. Now, they have something called, and they have had something called free at sea. Now, all of my NCLers or people that have been on NCL may have had this experience with free at sea. Now, they said, listen, we're going to up the game. And we're going to bring you something as of October 1st. So this is already rolling on. As of October 1st, for reservations of 3 days or longer on sailings after January 1st, you are eligible. Listen up. You are eligible for what they call more at sea. Okay, and I'm going to explain exactly what more at sea means. And I think this is really smart of NCL to kind of perk up and say, hey, we want to be the first ones to do this, and kind of other cruise lines may follow in suit. Okay, so more at sea is their upgraded version of free at sea. Expanded beverage packaging, including specialty dining, the beverage packages. We're going to go into that exactly what expanded beverage packages mean. Enhanced Wi-Fi as well as other benefits. Okay, now guests have shared that it probably somewhat brings up the cost of the cruise for a balcony. A guest shared this, about $200 per balcony room. And they were just talking about the stateroom category that they had booked. So it added on about a $200 per balcony stateroom. They were sharing, it was a couple, okay, and it added about $200 to their cruise price. Okay, now more at sea for a 7 day or shorter sailing, be about $30 per person. Okay, 8 to 11 days, it will be about 27. You get a discount for the more days you sail. So 12 days or longer sailings, you're talking about $23 per person. Now, the free at sea, before it was about $21.80 or so, and it included again some beverage packages, your Wi-Fi, your regular Wi-Fi, and some other things too that they gave you free at sea. Now, more at sea is going to be unlimited unlimited drinks, not unlimited drink package, unlimited drinks. Okay. Now, if you sail on Carnival, if you sail on Princess, right? You Margaritaville at sea, a lot of these cruise companies are capping at 15. Some of them are capping even lower. Some of them have a little bit more of a cap. I think it's 17 or 18, right? But 15 is your normal cap. With the free at sea, with the more at sea, the more at sea, there are no caps. Okay. Again, any cruise company or any bartender can cut you off if you are belligerently drunk and trying to get a, I don't know, 27th drink or something like that, and you just can't handle it. They will cut you off, and they have every right. So you can shout from wherever rafter you want to shout from, but you're not getting another drink if you're too obliterated. But again, okay, unlimited drink packages or unlimited drinks. Okay, they did away with the $15 price limit that was the free at sea. So now the more at sea, you can really kind of get any elevated beverage that you want. The $15 price limit is not there. And again, I believe if your drink was more, you could pay the difference. I don't know, somebody on NCL can correct me on that, but now you don't have to worry about that because they lifted the $15 price limit. Also, 45% more premium brands like Grey Goose, Casamigos, all of those premium liquor companies are going to be added to the bar spaces. They're also going to have over 100 new cocktails with these new premium alcohols. Okay, and more in C, unfortunately. Now, here is kind of the controversial part of it. Okay, more at sea will not include Starbucks or bottled water. Ooh, where the Premium Plus, which is the add-on, it was the add-on for more at sea, did include that. So if you got the free at sea before the more at sea was offered, you could upgrade for the Premium Plus, and Starbucks and bottled water were included. Unfortunately, more at sea, there is no premium upgrade. There are no way to add Starbucks. Unfortunately, there's no way to add the bottle of waters. And that is kind of a nice touch on Carnival with their drink package, where you can go to the coffee shop and you can also go to the bar and get a bottle of water. I thought that was very, very easy. Let's see what you guys say here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about their streamlined dining. Tanya says, so if they extend your cruise and you miss your flight, are they paying for the flight change and expenses, and the delays or the return is your fault? That's kind of one of those gray areas. So it really does depend. I have seen cruise companies help in ways in traveling back, but it definitely depends on the circumstance and how large the circumstance is. But in rare cases, the cruise companies will help you get back home, or at least, pay for the hotel while you try to figure things out. So I have heard that. A guy told me they were going to try to eliminate the option of nickel and diming. Yes, and that is exactly what this whole more at sea is, Nettie and JT. This is them trying to say, hey, we're going to try to lift all these limitations. We're going to try to simplify it. Obviously, we're going to charge you what we should be charging you for it, but this is their more at sea and their elevated package for everything included at sea, right? They don't want you to have to think about, oh, I got to do the Wi-Fi package, I got to do the laundry, I got to do this package, I got to do that package, and it gets really costly, right? $30 if you're going on a 7-day or longer, for $30 per person for all of that, pretty, pretty good. And I haven't even gotten to the specialty dining part of it yet. They don't cancel because most people want to go even with the changes. People have to take personal responsibility, read the contract, you agree, and get the insurance. Exactly. And most of these people too, they'll take off, only their 2-week PTO. And then if it gets canceled, now they don't get the cruise. So they're like, I don't care where I'm going. I'm getting on that ship. So yeah, 100%. Unlimited drinks. Are you signing a waiver about alcohol poisoning? I mean, that is really, it's on your own risk. And again, if you are too obliterated, they will not serve you. And that's on Carnival. That's on any cruise line. Doesn't matter. The big thing is more at sea is now now that the gratuities are included compared to the old program where you had to pay the gratuities in addition. Very, very good added thing there, Ross. I actually didn't read about that. So there you go. That's also a big thing because again, right, the gratuities being included it is a big thing for the cruise company like NCL to take a big stand at this and say, hey, here's a package more at sea that includes everything, right? So we talked about the drink package, right? Now we're talking about gratuities. I'm going to talk about specialty dining in a second. This is big. I don't think that a lot of you realize how big this is. I mean, free at sea was like, the gopher popping his head up. Now this is like the whole shebang here. I just used the Carnival word for NCL. I'm sorry. I wasn't intentional. And I need to plan more cruises to go on the next level. And then I'm spreading out. I love the free at sea, but when I did notice the specialty dining gratuities were higher. See, so these gratuities are now with the more at sea going to be included. So this is NCL just got more attractive. I know when I was looking, I was like, oh, NCL. Oh, I expected it to be Royal, to be honest with you, with how they're connecting all their social media and they're just like #1 powerhouse right now. I expected it to be Royal. But when I read NCL, I was like, okay. We will be booking NCL soon. Thanks for covering this. Of course. Tanya says, I understand the contract when the weather is unknown, but if it is known and the cruise has to change ports, they should announce which ports they're deciding on so cruisers can choose not to go. Yes, of course. If they know early enough, they will send an email out. Like I had, I believe in February, we're going John Heald group cruise, and there was one port or time changed, and we already got an email for it. I think we're getting 2 hours shaved off or maybe an hour added on. Liz can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, we already got that email. So I don't think anybody's deciding to go or not go on that, but there are instances where Carnival will email you and say, hey, we know next October you were supposed to go to Grand Cayman, but now you're going to go to Cozumel. So it does happen if they know. But again, if they're on the ship and they're making it a decision in the moment, they're not really going to notify it until everybody knows, and then they'll make the big announcement. The cruise director will get on and make an announcement, or the captain. Wi-Fi does not include streaming. Let's see. I'm late, but here. Hello, Dustin. Welcome in. The free at sea never did. I just bought water for the room, and I don't drink coffee. Okay, there you go. Nettie and JT, more at sea covers the gratuities for the drink packages. I know, so awesome. The girls are at hello, Beth and Christy. $30 a day. Yes, that's what it was for 7 days or shorter sailings. 8 to 11, they give you a little bit of a discount. It's $27 per person, and 12 days or longer would be $23. Whereas before, it doesn't matter how many days you were on, it was $21.80 per person for the free at sea. So the more at sea is just a little bit more, but Again, they're giving you more, so it makes sense. TJ's Destinations. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Let's see. Call Me V says $210, 7-day cruise for unlimited. A huge shame Starbucks is not included. I don't know, and I don't know if they're gonna go back and make changes again once people are like, well, Starbucks was a big thing, because it was a big thing. Starbucks and the water bottle for the premium plus, that was a big thing. I'm reading all over now for the NCLers that they're like, this is great. But again, it's a shame that Starbucks, I can't get my coffee, I can't get my waters. And again, if you're drinking too alcohol, having a water bottle. I mean, I always have a good bartender that will plop a water bottle down and be like, hey, I think you need a water bottle. So yes, 110%. But I do think that this is a step in the right direction. Now let's talk about the streamlined dining. Okay. Now what they also have done for their specialty dining, and this, it is included in More at Sea, but let me talk about this first before I talk about the More at Sea and how it integrates. Okay. Streamlined dining. The specialty dining now are going to be flat cover fees for these restaurants. Okay. And now I haven't been to too many of these because I haven't gone on NCL too much, but when I name them, you guys will, oh, okay, I recognize it. Okay. The specialty dining, the steak, the teppanyaki, the hasuki, the French and the seafood are all going to be a $60 cover charge. Okay. $60 cover charge per person. It gets you in there. And again, you can order. They're saying that you can order more appetizers. You can also order more entrees too as well in these specialty dinings. But $60 per person gets you covered in the restaurants, whereas you don't have to pay a la carte for all of these items that you get within the steakhouse and whatever, give or take. All right. Now, Brazil, the Brazilian restaurant, Asian, the Food Republic, and sushi are all going to be a $50 per person flat cover fee. Okay. The Italian, the barbecue, Pincho, and Mexican are all going to be $40 cover fees. Okay. So they're doing flat cover fees for their specialty dining, and they're calling it streamlined dining. So what they're doing, okay, they're letting you get into the specialty dining. Now, if you have More at Sea, there are specialty dining packages that you can add on that will lessen these cover charges. Okay, for example, the More at Sea specialty dining packages, they start at $20 per person. I believe that is for the Italian, the Pincho, and the Mexican. So basically, it's about a 50% discount, give or take, for those cover charges, and they're like add-on specialty dining packages because you've already paid for the More at Sea. They're giving you an additional discount. They're not including, unfortunately, don't get mad at me, but they're not including these specialty dinings as part of your More at Sea. They're just giving you a really good discount for the cover charges. I don't know if you guys agree with these cover charges, but I honestly would kind of like to see more of the specialty dining options, especially on these bigger ships like Utopia, like the Aqua. I would like to see them be flat fees like this, flat cover charges. You can go in, you can order what you want. Obviously, you're not ordering 5 entrees and you're not getting ridiculous like that, but you're walking out of there full. Right. I feel like a specialty dining, especially a steak or a teppanyaki, a Brazilian restaurant, I want to walk out of there feeling full. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this as far as the streamlined dining? We also have the More at Sea. Would you guys like to see more companies do like the More at Sea? Carnival would obviously call it something way different, but would you like to see a brand like Carnival package everything together and say, here you go. Gratuities are included. Wi-Fi is included. We'll even throw some laundry in there. A bag of laundry is included, right? Specialty dining will give you a discount on your specialty dining. Your coffee and your water are included on Carnival. Like, would you like to see this? The Carnival Cruiser package, the ultimate cruiser package. Carnival Marketing, if you're listening, you can hire me. No, just joking. What do you guys think? I would be up for it, to tell you the truth. I would be all here for it. I would like to see Carnival do something like this and do it fast, because again, when you're getting on these ships, the Wi-Fi and all the additional packages, the drink packages, all of it costs so much more money. And especially now on these longer sailings, like the 11 days and the 15 days, woo, the drink package on the 15-day cruise I was just on was like $1,500, $1,200, $1,300. Insane. Okay, so let's go down and let's talk about our last story here. And this oh, this may excite some Carnival cruisers that have like some popular menu items. So Carnival is bringing back a popular menu item. Okay, when Carnival overhauled its menu last year with the help of Chief Culinary Officer Emerald Lagasse. Obviously, you guys have seen Emerald on Carnival's social media. He has his own little restaurant on some of the Excel class Emeralds, right? Which is amazing. It is a paid for restaurant, but there are some Emerald dishes that have kind of made its way onto your regular MDR menu. Okay. Now, there has been one cruiser in particular, and I'm sure there are more that enjoy this meal too as well, or this dish as well. But there was one cruiser who basically said, listen, there is one dish that I really enjoy on Carnival, and you guys took it away from me. And like Royal Caribbean, unfortunately, they are not expanding their menu. They're shortening their menu, saying, oh, it's going to help on service time, and we're taking away some of the favorites so we can get you faster service in the dining room. Carnival is not doing that. Carnival is actually expanding its menu. And with that, obviously, there are some things that have been there that aren't there anymore. Now, this one guest said, the one thing on embarkation day that I loved the most was that strawberry bisque. Me, I am not a fan of it. It is a cold soup. I don't do cold soups in general, but this gentleman really enjoyed the strawberry bisque. If you guys have ever had the strawberry bisque, let me know. I think No Pants might be a fan of it, but I am not a fan of it. And however, not just because of his request, but they have actually brought back the strawberry bisque on sailings a little bit longer, I think like 5 or 7 day or longer on the Carnival. Not on embarkation day. They kind of hide it in there. I think he said he found it on his second elegant night, but he was so happy that he had found that the strawberry bisque had come back. Now, are there any items for you cruisers that you guys miss that aren't there anymore? Baked Alaska is one of my favorites. I know it is offered on most sailings now, but there was a time and a point where they weren't doing Baked Alaska. Strawberry bisque would definitely not be one of my favorites on there, but I know there are a ton of favorites out there, and I know that I know food is one of the reasons why we all cruise and why we love to cruise. So this gentleman in general brought up the strawberry biscuit, that it was favorite. He said oftentimes on embarkation day, he would order it 3-4 times because he knew that he was only going to get it on embarkation day. And this was very special. And he is very happy that it's back. So I don't know if there's any items that you guys would like to see come back. I also think StreamYard is broken right now. I don't know what's going on. We're about 3 minutes over. I am so glad to be back here with you guys on the Controversy Cast. This has been Controversy Cast number 1. Anybody who is watching the replay or listening to the replay, put down in the comments your thoughts. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments about all the topics we talked about. And again, if you would just like to talk cruising, you can reach me on all social media platforms as well as controversialcruising@gmail.com. So this has been episode number 21 of the Controversy Cast. Thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday with me. Go out there and be great on purpose and have a wonderful weekend. See you guys later. Bye.